We can get into all that.
Obviously, them man there's in the building. Hashtag DMD podcast. Myself smoke.
Come on, big Rome, you can't even clone.
Big Wezzle, no intro, you're done now.
Yeah, man, I've got a special guest.
Special guest!
Wait, man didn't even know we was rolling, you know.
That's it, yeah.
Until I saw the smoothness, yeah, I was like, all right, we're in, all
We're
right.
in, man. What you say? Introduce yourself to
Yeah,
the
no, my
general-
name's Aaron. The platform's Raising Boys to Men. Hopefully you know me by now, but if not, you get to know me.
Yeah, man.
Just
come on.
You're all over the internet right now, man.
And only positive reasons, my guy.
First of all, how are you?
I'm good, you know. This is far.
Yes,
this is far. You know what? I'm putting it out there. No more podcasts in these ends, you know. The amount of messages I get that come to this, like, will you come on our podcast? And I'm like, I always like quick postcode check in it. And I'm like, but for you, man, I was like, no, it's calm.
No, man,
Appreciate the love,
trust me, because we know where you just said you come from, blood.
Just invoice smokes the thing and smokes the deal.
And something still. You
Just
get
the
me?
Nando's will do, you know.
Yeah, don't worry. We got the Nando. Next event where we buck up, we got you the Nando still. We must buck up on another
That's how
event,
we linked up, innit?
Yeah, we linked up at Big Up Dirty.
Yeah.
He's gonna call it Galifestation.
Man can't get his words out.
No, you know why? You know why? Because you know, and who don't look at straight away?
I told you
Because I'm
about
about
the
to say
spliff, bro. I told you about the
manifestation, but I
weed
know
before
this guy. Manifestation, bro.
Now you know why? Because man was
Galifestation.
Me and him, no, it's not
from time,
Galifestation.
yeah. Man was saying,
No
yo,
joke, fam.
we was like, I
Me and him
want to
spoke.
chat. I want to chat to you.
He keeps seeing your
But
videos.
I didn't want to. I don't mind the social media thing. I didn't want to do the social media thing. I said, listen, I need to see this guy
Face to
live
face.
and direct,
Organic
face to
thing.
face.
Yeah.
Organic thing. And then boom, when the event and Dirty was putting it together, and I said, yeah, I want to chat to my man. Boom, and then
Brad, we got there.
linked up.
I'm not gonna lie. I
the
said
first
to
person
Smokes,
I'm
I said, Smokes, when we see my man, you know what it is.
Yeah, we have to chat to him instant. man.
I'm saying it like it's beef, fam. I said,
No, you
yo,
gotta
when
have
you
a
see
game
my
plan.
man,
You gotta have a game
no
plan.
saying.
No,
Yeah,
because
get
man,
me.
Fam, it was no games.
no, because man respected what you obviously
Yeah,
you
come
like. Because I wasn't following, but you always come up on my time, and I told you, the kid's mom, she would send she would never listen to pods. I was trying to get her on pods for years. Like, yo, listen to this pod, dude. I don't like pods, rare. And then one day I get an iMessage, and she sends me your thing. I know this was right. I was like, what shit? He said, don't send me no shit. Like,
Because it's from her.
Yeah.
Because it's from her. You're not even you.
And the content, I was thinking, okay. And then after, you know, the algorithm sometimes, because now you sent me this, it's like you're coming on my timeline all the time, bro.
Mago infected you, like.
And then I started watching your content more. I'm like, no, this is cold. And then I saw that you had your son on there, and I saw Ben. I was like, nah, he's talking real facts. And then me and him was having a debate because he's saying, but my man's gone through some real things. I'm saying, how you know?
Yeah,
he's
this is
gone
before
through
we
real-
met you. This is
How you know he's gone through real things, man? Like, he might not know how to pattern. You get me? So that's how we got him. You know.
No, you know what? From when I
linked up.
saw you, like I said, it was love, like the approach and everything, and that's organic, like because people will. Like, I've had people message me, and I'll read it, and it'll be like, "Yeah, we're starting a podcast.
You're not even.
You get me? We're
yeah.
starting a podcast next month. Like, we'd love to have you on." And I'm like, I don't even respond because I'm like, it ain't that easy. Like, man had to start from the bottom. Like, what you see now is like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't call someone up or text someone like that had X amount of followers when I was just starting and be like, you know what? Man wants to get you on, innit?
No, it's not.
Unless I connect with you organically, then I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's what this was. So.
No, 100. Because the same. We've been here since 2016.
You've been putting in the work.
Yeah. We've been going in still. There's been ups and downs, and it's not
Yeah,
easy road. It's not an
transfers,
easy road. Everyone thinks you can just
transfers.
Yeah, there's been
and
transfers, man.
Yeah.
Logo change,
fam.
everything.
Change, yeah, man. We've gone through everything,
terminating
fam.
contracts a bit.
Yeah, man, but we're still striving through, and people think they're starting a pod or getting on the internet. It's easy. It's not. To stay consistent and maintain it is one of the hardest things.
And people don't see. You know what it is? It's like having a podcast is becoming like having a mixtape back in the day.
Yes.
You get me? Like, oh, man's got a mixtape, or man can get you in studio. You know, like certain man will use podcasts to link girl and be like, oh, you know what? I can get you on my podcast. Like, man can get you on the album, innit? Like, But no, it's not as simple as that. Like, it's consistent. Like, you man are bang, bang, bang. I was watching the content. Man. Yeah, but you have to be, because the one time you're not, someone else pops up and takes your spot.
And then when we're not, I'm not gonna lie, they're on us. The way
Oh, it's
they're on-
abusive.
What?
Like,
Abusive.
wow,
Their
like-
life still is mad. It's mad.
I thought you lot were listeners.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. You might should just pack it up.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
then we've got abuse when we're not being
This is not for
consistent.
you.
You know the message that, what the fuck do you think you're doing to my life?
Yeah, bro.
I
them ones,
expect
you
this
know.
on a Monday.
Yeah, bro. It's not a joke. We get some say, but we love it same way. You get me?
But that's because it's become a community, you know. Like when
Yes.
you look at that certain people, I look at certain people's pages, yeah, and they got like 100k followers and whatever. But I look at the interaction and I look at like there's no community there.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like when I don't care how big your platform is, if you've got people really pushing you, you're gonna blow at some
Yes,
point.
yes. You need a
Yeah.
core fan base. I've always said that. I've always like, man, want to compare myself to like J. Cole. Man, got to be the J. Cole of the pod because man can do the Drake.
You talking about the authentic,
Like,
organic.
you know, with him, he can go missing for a whole year and
don't
come
matter.
out, and his fan base is still there because he's got that core. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DMD needs to be that.
But you know what? Touching on what you said, yeah, I have to say this to the ladies out there. I said this on my post yesterday, yeah. I said, please don't tag your baby dad into posts and don't send things on to your baby father because they think it's gonna do like it's gonna, like you said, like you saw it and you was like, what's this?
Yeah, but
Why are you sending this?
But like
Brother.
it's disrespectful.
But what you have to understand, what you're doing, what you speak about is powerful. Bro.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
So even if a man's got his backup initially, if he actually listens,
Yeah,
it's deeper
that's
than
the
that.
thing.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I get what you're trying to say to them, because not a wind-up thing. And obviously, listen, and obviously, yeah, you're gonna get haters, blood, because they're like, man, are gonna be like, this motherfucker. They all love him. What the fuck, blood? They all like, you get what I'm saying?
some man-
But if man actually listen to what you're saying, you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel you. But it's like you said, it's certain man won't wanna
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
back.
won't wanna
because
give it their, it's
the
their
the ones
backup
that's not
When they see your face, like the
the
vets
ones
already.
that's not ready or they're not in that space that don't understand what you're talking about.
Bro,
You
I've
get what I'm
had
saying?
certain men that don't follow me, but yet pop up on every post talking about, oh, you're pandering to women. And I'm like, how you even see it? You don't follow me in it, but you're seeing
You're
all of my
seeing-
posts,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
commenting. And I'm like, it's really getting certain man's back up. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be the price of it, bro. You're in that limelight.
Alright, so for you, where did it start
Yeah.
for you, and how did you come to
You know
this
what?
stage? And
Like, the realness of it, the page became what it is now probably this year. So I've had the page for like 2-3 years, yeah?
Yeah.
And I wanted like a platform for me and my kids to look back on and like kind of like a virtual photo album, but
Okay.
videos in it.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
so it was just at the start, it was just me and my kids being silly and having pictures and doing videos and whatever. And then I went on one podcast about 2 years ago. Like, shout out to Jamie. I went on this guy called Jamie's podcast and I just thought something told me, talk about your story. Like, I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
like, but something said to me, just talk about your story. So I started speaking about growing up on an estate, me and my mum, and how my dad and my sisters lived over there.
Right,
So like,
literally.
I grew up on the same estate as my dad and his family, but dad never checked for me. Like,
Okay.
my dad weren't there for me. Like, so my sisters don't even claim me as their brother. There's a whole madness with that.
Okay.
So once I started talking about that, coming off the back of that, people wanted to know more. So I was like, you know what? I weren't really too comfortable about it. Like, really going into details.
Yeah.
But then over time, I was like, you know what, bun it. Like, this is your truth, innit? Like, whatever you've been through is not your fault. So own it. So this year I started talking more about my dad's stuff, more about co-parenting, more about failed relationships. I was like, fuck it. Like, everyone's been through something, yeah? That's what makes us all
100%.
different.
100%.
Yeah, and if we can just open up about what we've been through, we might be able to help someone else with what they're going through.
Because so many people relate. It's mad. You'd be mad to, like, when you're opening up, you'd be surprised at how much people actually relate to your story or that's going through something similar or something.
It's in the same ballpark.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
might not
yeah,
be
it's not the
exactly the
same,
same, but it is.
But something,
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And you know the realness of it, like, and I'll be 100% honest. What was pushing me more was thinking to myself, Rare, I'm gonna be speaking. It's almost like I'm speaking to my dad, but back then, like, you know what, Rare, if this platform was around X amount of years ago, maybe my dad would have seen a video and thought, you know what, let me fix up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So my question to you asks about that because do you feel though those years ago you were in a place where you could have expressed yourself the way you can now as a man with children?
No, No, but
you get what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I'm very much for men and men accountability. Yeah, so like you boy, I don't know how long you lot have known each other. Yeah, but I'd like to think if one of you was messing up, the other two are gonna be like, you know what, you need to fix up in it.
Yeah.
And what angers me is like, where were those men when my dad was slipping up?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, where were those men then? Like, you know what, you need to go check your son, or you know what, you can't be acting like that. To me, there was no accountability, which is why he was able to get away with it.
But you feel like back then, though, you see, like in today's
I'm
era,
gonna say exactly what he's gonna say.
today's
Go on,
era with
Smokes.
social media, it's almost like man can't get away with it. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're
Whereas
not
if they had, even if they did have someone around, because there's no one sees, they can just dip under,
Just hide it
completely.
Oh, and look at man's attitude back in them days.
Like obviously our generation, our parents' generation. Even before, like me at my workplace, there's older drivers, yeah, that tell me certain stories. I'm like, oh, but they're telling me if they did have a youth, the only way the youth would find, the girl would find out is if the youth turned up at the door 18 years later or whatever. There would be there was not, like, man are doing what they're doing up and down the country. But there's nothing.
There wasn't even no mobile phones.
Yeah, there wasn't even
Yes,
phones there
bro,
for anyone
that's
to
what I'm
call
saying.
up or a woman to turn up and.
unless you had the house number in it.
Yeah, and you
You
got
get
the
what I'm
house address
saying?
and you're sending a letter.
So
It's not a text, it's a letter you have to send. No email, you have to send a real letter.
Like a pigeon.
I said,
Calling pigeon.
They send a pigeon
Fucking
round there.
this
You get
guy.
me? Yo,
But you know-
so it made it a lot easier for them because similar, like my dad wasn't about until I was older. Do you get what I'm saying? And when I got older, I started speaking to other family members, and I had that convo with him, and certain things weren't certain things. And you got to chat to your mum about certain things and things that they go with them. And even now, they don't even see eye to eye, and then they try. Not my mum would like have combos or whatever, but I'm like, I don't really want to be in you lot shit. You get what I'm saying? Because now I have a good relationship with my dad, and we're cool in it. Through like same things that I was told. Imagine things that I was told isn't the
Exactly what it was.
yeah exactly what it is.
But do you think there was accountability though? Because that's
From your dad.
From your dad. Do you think there was
no, there wasn't in a way because I don't want to get too deep into it, but he was trying, innit? But he was getting pushed away. But maybe to a certain extent, he should have tried more. The only last proper memory that I had when I was 4, when he bought me a bike, and then I think maybe when I turned a teenager, I wanted a PlayStation. I hit him up for a PlayStation, and he kind of like brushed me off, innit? Because he's not heard from man all these years, and then the first thing I've called him for is a PlayStation. And then obviously me.
But what's man supposed to call him for though?
Yeah, but that's
and it shouldn't even be on you to call him.
I know.
That's
You get what
another
I'm
thing
saying?
with dads. There's another go on.
No,
finish
go
your
on.
That's another thing with dads, and I find it weird because I know some big men as well. Like, I phone my youth, but you don't phone me back. I'm like, brother, you got to phone a million times.
Yeah, you got to phone all the time.
He tells you to fuck off a million times. You got to phone 1,000,001 times because you don't know how that youth's hurt and needs to know that you're there for them regardless.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to say this: a lot of men have got their own trauma from their dads, and they're repeating the cycle. And when they're trying to put themselves out there today, like, I understand about the parent and son thing, but they put, as a person, they're not that thing. So when they're putting themselves out there, and the youth don't want nothing to do with them, they're hurt, blood. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. You're the parent. I understand. You got to fight through your own thing. But a lot of man, because they went through their thing and they're not healed, they passed it on to their children. That sins of the father thing I think is quite real.
And some men, reality, some men don't know how to communicate. Like they might think they know how to, but they might want to,
but they've never had that.
They don't know how to. If that makes
some
sense.
men haven't had it,
so they will try. It's like one of those things. You see, like the best way I can explain it. You see, when you go to, I was meant to phone this person. Like it could be a brethren. I was meant to phone this person today, and I don't phone you. And then the days go more and more and more. And the more that the days go on,
the conversations.
You're in your head. You're like, I should call, but now I don't know if I should call. Like you're
that's awkward. I should have. Yeah.
You're scared of the reaction that you're gonna get when you give that phone call. If that makes sense, because it's taken so long. You was meant to call last month. It's a month now, and then when you see them, like, "Raw, you was meant to hit me up." You know, you was meant to hit them up. Like, "Raw, boom, I was bit." But these times, it's sort of like that. But
you know what I say as well? I think it's priorities though.
100%.
With certain men, that I was the result of my dad stepping out on his partner. So he was with a woman, had a kid with that woman. And then from my calculations, it must have been like 3 months after their child was born, he had an affair.
Okay.
Like, because my birthday is a day before my sister's, but she's a year older than me.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
within the 3 months and then the 9 months.
Yeah. So like he's obviously stepped out, and that's probably caused a ruckus. And now he wants to go back to the first one, innit?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was like until Tyler, my second son, it was about 9 years ago. I called Dad up and I said, "Look, we need to sit down and talk, innit?" So I went in a car, sat with him, and I said, "You need to explain that. I need answers, innit?" Although I'd seen him like on and off throughout the years before, it was like that was me as a man saying, man to man now, and hearing him say and basically blame the mum, the other woman for everything. I lost respect.
Because
I lost respect because it's like, all right, if you're saying, you know what, like I couldn't, like my setup was with her, and if I made effort with you, she would have kicked me out, or she would have done this or done that. To me, I'm your son. Like I'm your only son as well. 3 sisters. I'm your only son. Like to me, that should have held that. There should have been some power in that.
all right, let me go. Okay, so this is another question, and I know this is about your personal.
Yeah. No, I'm cool.
So in that scenario, and this ain't an excuse, and this is the question that for everyone here, yeah. So he stepped out. Your mum got pregnant, yeah. Now at that moment, because I know situations with men and women, at that moment the power's in the woman's hands, regardless. Because
at that
moment, because if she says, right, boom, I'm pregnant, and he's like, if he said I'm not on it. If he said, I'm not on it, yeah, and then she's like, well, I'm doing it anyway. This is me. This is my child. Fuck you. Okay, I'm asking everyone this, yeah. Is he now, so he said he didn't want to do, he didn't want to know. He's not on it, yeah? Well, she's like, fuck it. I don't care what you want. This is what I'm doing. Is it still his responsibility?
Yeah.
100%.
Because you went in there bareback.
But
You know
he
what
he said,
this is from the jump.
Do you know what's mad?
I'm not on it.
Let me
But
make
these
it
are
even worse. Let me make it worse. Let's say, yeah, the woman said,
Rome didn't even hesitate.
the woman said, yeah, don't worry about wearing a condom, because even if I get pregnant, I won't keep the baby.
No.
Yeah? And then she turns around and says, I'm pregnant, but I want to keep the baby.
Yeah.
At that point, does the man have the right to say, I'm not involved?
No, but these are the things that come with
It's a question.
it, though.
No, it's a question.
No,
she said
because-
what she said, and now she's like, well, I've changed my mind.
Cool.
It
Now
goes
I've gotta
both
step
ways.
up.
It goes both ways.
So you gotta
because
step
obviously,
up.
because like
I'll
at
tell
the
you
end of
why.
the day, yeah,
Yeah.
once you go in bareback, then it is what it is, isn't it? You have to accept. You kind of have to accept.
Not kinda.
You have to accept. Now, man can, because it's weird. You saying that my situation is kind of similar with my kids. Like I have a middle child.
Yeah.
Now I didn't step out. We broke up. Had another child, and then I got back with my kid's mum, and then man was. But I felt, I'm not gonna lie, man felt that resentment for time. But I was always trying to be there, and I was always there, and I was
But it wasn't easy.
not. You not, but he
It wasn't
not.
made easy.
It was
for you.
it was there was war where in the sense of, and I'm not gonna lie, like there's been times we're cool now. There was a time where man wasn't around or whatever because of how I felt like she was.
There's that
treating,
resistance in it.
Yeah,
Like, you know what?
So I was
didn't want this.
at one point I had him every week, and then I remember there was certain resistance because I've gone back there. So it was like you're not seeing. So I was stopped from seeing my son for a little while. Then the relationship came back. Then it was. I remember I went with my kids and my girl to, well, it's not my girl now, but with the kid's mum to his birthday one time.
Yeah.
He was coming from a wedding. And then
Big
it was in McDonald's the party was in McDonald's party.
Yeah.
But
And
McDonald's is an open restaurant, right?
Yeah,
And the
you can walk
family
in.
turned around and said, yeah, you lot can stay, but she needs to go. I was like, well, no, we come together
Mad.
as a family. Like that's
There's no
My-
grown attitude.
Bear
there.
in
Can you
mind, my
imagine
kid
that?
comes to the yard all the time. She looks after him all the things, weekly, whatever.
You're
and
a
then
package.
we're a package.
But this is in front of everyone in McDonald's.
So
Big
there were
people are
certain
doing
things that
this,
was going on where I felt like, bruh, you lot are taking the, and then we was having wars, and then
It's like they're trying to push you out, innit?
and then I kind of stepped back for a little while. And then you get me. Obviously now we're back on track, but I did have that. resistance, and I did feel resentful, and it was a situation where she was sleeping with 2 guys at the same time, so I had to do a DNA and all of that. That man went through bare things. But when I see what you're saying, and it's like, rah, you know what? It's not the child's fault though. All of the beef that's happening between us, it's still not the child. You get what I'm saying?
Because we gotta be mindful, yeah. Real talk, yeah. Like a man will say a whole heap to beat a woman. Yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I want you to have my baby.
Sweet nothings in the air.
Whatever it takes, yeah. Like, and a man will also put up with, he don't really like her, but the beat's good.
Yeah.
She gets on his nerves, but the beat's good. You know what? Her yard's a mess, but the beat's good. Like, no,
whoa.
That one there.
A man will put up with so much, just because the beat's good, yeah. And a woman will hear a whole heap from that man. But it's the woman's choice to believe it. Yeah? So we gotta hold each other accountable, right? There are men that will sweet talk a woman. There are women also that will say to the man, don't worry about wearing a condom. Because like
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I won't keep the baby anyway, or it's like I'm not ovulating or whatever. And a man's choice is to believe that or not.
Yes.
What covers that is wearing protection.
Yes.
Yeah? Let's just wear protection. Then I don't have to believe your words.
Yes.
You don't have to believe my words.
I don't have to question. Yeah,
I don't have to question anything.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, I've done a video the other day. I said, if the thought of the woman you're about to beat, being the mother of your child, terrifies you, yeah?
Don't do it.
Why are you beating her without a condom?
Listen,
think about that.
I think you're naive to think that if you get pregnant, the woman ain't gonna change her mind or create a bond.
Yeah,
like something's in you. Like, you get me.
Their whole thing will change. Their whole thing will change. The body changes instantly.
All right, watch this one now. We wear protection. The thing bust. I don't want you know. The whole reason why I wear protection.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? What do you mean?
Because you just said earlier, it don't matter.
No, but I
Responsibility.
wore protection.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying the responsibility is when you don't wear protection.
No. But it doesn't matter. It's still your DNA in it.
Hold on 1 second.
That's your child. It's your you. What are you doing?
Listen to what I'm saying.
No, go on.
I don't want.
I'm taking you CSA, blood.
Wait, all right. So
I've
we're
got
just
a career
pointing
going
out
on there.
who's in the wrong in this situation. So
Man said I got a career going.
I got a career and bare things going on. I financially, man, can't deal with the shoot right now. You get me? Boom. Obviously, we're feeling each other. Condom. You get me? Condom bust now.
Yeah.
We don't. You get me?
some morning after pill.
But you know what I heard something the other
No, it's
day?
too late. She didn't clock till a couple months
She
later.
didn't clock.
yeah,
It's all
but-
3 months.
But
now.
bro, you can clock when a dom bust, bro. Like we know when a dom bust.
But you
What?
guys,
But you
When
don't
have
know
you
when,
ever been?
because when your thing come out and it rolls back, bro, broken.
No,
you know
but
that
hold
it's
on,
broken.
you're
What
not
are we
listening.
doing here?
Or you
What
see
are
that
you
it
talking
bust and
about?
take the
No, but
morning
what
off.
if you're in the
Why are you
moment
in
of
there?
busting,
How
though?
do you know
You
it's
don't even
busting when
clock.
you're in?
No, that's what I'm saying. But when
No,
you come
once
out,
you've realised it's bust,
you're
you could
gonna
say,
know that
take the morning off.
You're gonna know the dom's bust, fam. At some
And then
point,
she
you know
says,
the
I don't
dom's
want to
bust.
take the morning after pill.
What do you mean?
You have to go and get the hose, the shower head.
So whose responsibility is it
Sprinkle that
now?
out for him.
Because I went in there with the
Here's the
intentions
right
of
intention.
It's your DNA.
I heard this the other day and it blew my mind and I wasn't sure if it was true, but they say condoms are still not 100%.
Yeah, they're not. They're 98%.
98%.
What do you want me to wear too?
No, so what I'm saying
Don't have
is
sex before marriage.
condoms are only 98% effective, yeah? I didn't even know that. We just think, you know what, putting a condom on, there's no
Yeah,
chance.
safe. No.
We have to be mindful, full stop, yeah? If I'm having sexual intercourse with a woman, yeah, and I'm going to ejaculate, whether it's into a condom or into her, there's a risk that she could fall pregnant. And if the thought of that scares you, then question yourself. Because there's man as well that will use this line, yeah? Don't worry, I'll pull out.
Yeah. That.
Don't worry, I will pull
The
out.
pull out
That's
thing,
mad.
yeah.
I've got bridges
I
about
will
yourself,
pull
the
out,
pull out
and
king.
women
Yeah.
will be okay with that, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're expecting that man to somehow hold in his sperm, yeah, for the right. Certain man can't hold a sneeze, yeah? Think about it. You see when you go to sneeze and you can't hold it in, but you're telling me you're gonna hold in your sperm when you're about to.
Even if you
That's
can
jokes.
pull
It's
out.
still a risk, bro.
Just put it this
Yeah.
way for youngers that might be listening. Even if you go in there bareback and you know and you can manage to pull out, there's something called pre-cum. So if you pre-cum is enough to get a woman pregnant as
Listen,
well.
And you don't
Listen.
even know that that's happening.
No,
Exactly.
listen. You know when you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna come. Yeah, something's already shut
that's
out.
already shut out.
Yeah,
It's done. It's done.
The
It's
first
done.
time you know the feeling,
It's
he's
done.
already
It's
got
done.
it.
Someone just got
Couple soldiers have been like,
yo, I'm out, you know. I'm out, you know. Trust me.
couple sperm was like, small times.
Wait,
I come
let me ask
charging
this
out,
question then, and this is for everyone. I don't want it just to be put on you. Is there a time, at any time, where a man can step away from responsibility? As in, all right, let me give you this one scenario.
Whoa.
As
Of
in,
what?
you bust in a condom, you take the condom the sperm is fully in the condom. You've dashed it away, but the woman has somehow later on taken out that condom and put the sperm inside her. Like what that woman tried to do to Drake.
You know what? We just got like everything we're saying.
No,
yeah.
but I
But it's
hate,
your DNA though.
no, but I'm saying I've come in the condom.
You're just worried about the DNA.
I've wrapped it up.
No,
I've locked
it's your
it.
child.
No,
That's
but
what
you're
I'm
not worried
saying.
about
I get
the
it.
intentions beforehand. My
Doesn't matter,
intentions
so
is not
it's-
I know,
to-
Don't matter your
100%.
intention.
No, regardless, you're meant to look after the youth. Regardless, let's just establish that. But I'm
know
saying, if a woman really tricks you into that position where you've actually busted the condom, the condom's loaded of your thing, strapped,
Yeah.
but she's taking it somehow.
Like, you'll double
What is
nutted
man
it
meant to
and that
take
shit.
it in with man's pocket and leave the yard as
Yeah,
well?
well,
Is
you
it-
just been played, homie.
You
I
know,
can't chuck
you
it
know,
I said the man's supposed to get man's
No,
pocket and
I
leave
might, bro, because you get what I'm saying. There's women out here that will steal man's sperm.
you know what? For me, yeah, just the type of man I am, yeah, I couldn't have a child out there and be that child's father and not have any. No matter how it's come to light, I just couldn't allow that to happen. That doesn't sit right with me. Do you know what I mean? That because I grew up without that, and I know how I felt. So
do you
it's
think
not
you-
that child's fault. And to be real, if I'm messing with a woman that's that conniving, yeah, that she's been able to do that, something's wrong with me.
No, but you
there's
never
bare
knew,
women
though.
like that
No,
that
but
you
what
don't
I'm
know,
saying,
bro.
is, I'm not doing my background checks.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear that. Yeah,
You feel me? I'm
It's
just seeing
about
a thing and
accountability,
thinking,
you
you
know?
know what? She looks nice. She looks nice. Let me just. I'm not.
Yeah,
chopping.
but what kind of background check do you need to do to know that a girl will take your sperm out of the bin?
Well,
And
if
What
she-
I'm saying, look at
if
it
she's
this
got
way.
a fanny
Yeah?
on Instagram.
Look at it this way. Yeah.
But why does
Like,
that funny on Instagram?
there's certain girls that you might have sex with, yeah. But if I said to you, give that girl your credit card, yeah, let her hold your credit card for a week, you'll be like, no, I don't trust her. Yeah. Give that girl your mobile phone and let her hold it for a week. No, I don't trust her.
If it's locked.
Yeah, you don't trust her to have your money. You don't trust her to have your phone. You don't trust her to have a key to your yard. But you
Why
trust her enough to put your sperm inside her.
Yeah, it's brazy, yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
You trust her enough to, all right, take my sperm and I know that you'll abort the child. Or take my sperm and I know that you'll take the morning after pill. You're trusting a woman to do that, but you wouldn't trust this woman to have a key to your house. Or we've got it twisted.
So,
We've got
okay,
it backwards.
say you're in that situation where she stole your sperm or whatnot. Do you force a relationship with her for the sake of your child?
Huh? She's crazy and conniving, dog.
No, there doesn't
She
need to
takes
be.
sperm out of bin.
There needs to be. I need to be mindful that she's okay because she's the mother of my child.
Yeah.
But I don't need to have a relationship with her in the sense of right. Let's go get Nando's. Let's go get something to eat, chill. But to me, it's a risk, innit? We got to be mindful of sex is pleasurable. I get it. It's enjoyable. Every man here lacks sex. But depending on who it's with, full stop. If you're not in a relationship with that woman, like if you're in a relationship, think of it this way. Every man was in a committed relationship with the person they were having sex with, we wouldn't be too stressed about this kind of stuff.
There'd be a lot of angry women out there because they wouldn't be getting none. No, it's true, because there's bare women. If every man was wifed off, what's all the spare women gonna do?
What's the spare women, you know?
Bare women.
The ones left over.
That's mad.
So what, do you believe that men shouldn't be, what's that word?
Promiscuous.
No, not promiscuous, man. The other one, man.
Slags.
What, celibacy thing?
No, not celibacy. One girl to one man and all of that. What's it called again?
Man, do you know, you're such a scumbag, you don't even know what the word is.
No, I do, man, but my brain right
It's
now.
so far away from his mind.
It's not. But obviously, do you believe that every one woman should be with one man? Or what? That every man should just have one woman?
Yeah, why not?
But because you just said if that happened, then there's going to be spare women.
You said what do I think?
So are men, that's it, monogamous. That's the word. You believe men are monogamous then?
Do I believe they are?
Yeah.
No.
You know what's mad? When I was younger,
That's a mad
I was
question.
attracted to bare like every nice girl I saw, I'd chat. So I'd want a number. I'd want to chat to her. As I've gotten older, like I just want one girl. Do you know, I just want, because I look at that as peace.
One girl at a time.
You get me? No, just one girl. Just give me one girl.
On you now. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. I just want one girl. That's it.
But my peace and my mindset is that, especially if you're trying to build something as well.
Yeah, juggling girl is too much, man.
It's mad. Because they all
Man start
need
doing bare silly things.
because they all need women love attention. If you got bare them, how can you give bare them attention?
Let me ask you a question though, yeah, because I'm always about reflecting, yeah. So as men, what's like one of the main lessons you've learned from relationships that haven't worked? Like, what's something you've taken?
A woman scorned is the most deadliest human on this earth.
That's a good question.
Do not play with a woman scorned.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's
because
a good one.
But when I say learn, I want you to think more about yourself.
Because
I think when I ask these questions, women will say, like men ain't shit. Or you know what? But it's like, what are you learning about yourself through what you've been through?
For me, what I've learned is don't expect a woman's reaction to be how you would react in that situation, whatever the situation is. So if I said, if I'm pissed off and I need space, just when she's pissed off, don't think she might not need space. She might need you to be there. But I'm thinking, because I need space,
that's what I would
I'm
do.
Pissed off.
So yeah,
because you're pissed, I'm giving you space, my car, but she might not want that.
Do you know one thing I learned?
About yourself?
Not to argue. Not to argue.
No, but no.
But that's about fam. But what do you mean?
No, you're ignorant, bro.
Exactly. So that's what I know. But
he said, what did you learn about yourself that helped you?
Yeah, but that did help me, fam. I know I'm a man that's wrong and strong, and I'm gonna argue. And that causes more of an argument. If I just say, all right, cool.
So I got hot smokes up. Do you know how? No, but he's ignorant.
I'm talking about in a relationship.
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
with the man, I'm still ignorant and still wrong.
No, forget me.
Yeah, straight. With the man, I'm still like that. But in a relationship.
So watch it, you don't argue.
No, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I know. And then she's speaking, whatever. And then she turned around and say, so what did you learn about this conversation that we've had?
He's still not talking. You see, you got to understand.
No, I'm not going to say I'm not going to talk. No, we'll have a conversation. I'm saying man won't argue, fam. There will be a conversation in it, but I'm not going to.
So you're saying you'd rather walk away?
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas before you'd battle.
Yeah, but it's not.
Brother, walking away is bro.
No, you're not buying it.
Brother, because remember, I know him differently. Yeah. He knows me differently. Smokes. Okay, there have been times when you're like, why are you even biting?
Exactly.
Right, because you're saying something, Smokes.
Bro,
No Star Studios sign is so good, you know.
I ignored it, bro. That's what I'm saying, fam. I don't argue. I ignore it now. If I feel like it's a bullshit argument, I'm not in the argument. Don't bring bullshit to me. It's done, innit? Cool.
That's growth.
What do you mean? Like, bro, there's certain arguments you just don't need to take on, fam. And as you said, you know me, fam. I will sit there quiet, like, bro, all right. So you're done. You got that off your chest. Everything all right now? Cool. Or I might even just be like, all right, babe, I apologize. If it makes you feel, you get what I'm saying? Anything.
But is that reflected on?
Bro, yes.
Or is it just to get out of the argument?
Yes, bro, to get out of the argument.
That's what I'm saying. But that's gonna cause more argument.
It won't, because it don't.
Because you're not involved.
Bro,
that's why I don't.
Exactly.
Like,
all right, boom.
You think it don't until a couple of days later they bring back the same argument that you were supposed to
sort out.
All right,
what do you think he does?
Hold on, but the argument, I can even talk about the recent argument. You're going to try to bring something on. Yeah, get me. Talk to man about...
Just don't tap me when you're
slaving it. Talking to man about TikTok and me viewing girls' profiles. Bruv, was I commenting? Did you see me message? Like... I was viewing profiles because I'm trying to see algorithms and all of these things. You get what I'm saying?
His own shit.
No. Regardless. But obviously she was vexing it for days, innit? And I'm like, all right, just come to my yard, innit? Boom, come to my yard. Come to my yard. We're cool, everything. Boom, what's the problem? Oh, rare. All right, cool. That's in rare. We had the combo. Do you get what I'm saying? All right, cool. I understand how it looks, but me and you are the only ones that have access to this. I'm not doing stupid things. I've viewed profiles. I'm on social media. You expect man to view things. Like, it's not like I'm I'm on there and I'm in the DMs and you've seen a mad thing. Like, this argument's foolishness. What? Like, is it that deep? Is it that deep? Oh, no. Well, then let's move on. You get me? That we don't need this argument.
No, there's growth there.
We don't need the argument. There's some arguments you just don't need.
That the situation is the potential where it could lead.
It weren't going to lead nowhere. It was just going to lead to foolishness. Petty arguments. I don't deal with petty arguments no more. If it's petty in my relationship, I don't want the argument. Don't bring something.
Profiles might be like, yeah, man's just viewing.
So and
We just like this.
but I didn't.
We just like these two.
Yeah, but there was no likes, there was no comments,
Because
there
it
was no
didn't get
nothing.
there
It was
yet, but-
I didn't know about TikTok's just a view.
No, come on.
Yeah, but I'm saying it didn't get there yet. Sometimes you can premeditate what could be. Do you know what I'm saying?
No. Listen
In
to what
the
I'm
future.
saying. It wasn't going to get there. So to me, the argument was foolishness. You got upset because I viewed a profile. I'm on social media. Do you know how many profiles I view? If you look at man's history, if we could see everyone's history on just viewed,
Yeah,
what?
be mad.
Man will be murdered every day. Don't bring that foolishness to man. That's it. You get me?
You know, I used to be like that. But like, you know,
That's what I'm saying.
no,
This guy's messing up the man.
no, because you know what, because certain past relationships, certain girls have said certain things to me, and I take it on board. Like I might not agree with it at the time, but then I reflect and I'm like, you know what, you had a point. And one of the things one of my exes said to me was like, I just need you to understand how it makes me feel.
Yes.
Yeah. And what I used to do is, if I didn't agree with it or if I felt it was stupid, I would dismiss it.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking in consideration, okay, I know it's not real. I know it's not what it looks like, but I need to be mindful that it's made you feel a way.
Yeah.
So let me address that. Like, let me make you feel a bit better and acknowledge your feelings. Because I think sometimes as men, we can be like, oh, you're chatting rubbish. That. And we can just be easy to dismiss
But
it.
that's the matter. I didn't even deal with it. I dealt with it like, I apologize. That we spoke. I apologize.
Yeah.
That's how the same thing, man. Acknowledge the feelings,
Yeah.
but to me, it's still petty. I feel like it's petty.
Yeah,
but I get
no, you don't need
what
to
you're saying
invest too
over
much
there.
time in it.
I apologize if it made you feel a certain way.
But
Let's
if you, get it,
do
you
our
don't need
business.
to over-explain yourself.
I didn't. It was that. That's what it was. I get it. Like, cool. If that's how you made you feel, I understand. Rare. We both have access. There was a convo. We both have access. I'm not gonna do that. It's a view. It's not that deep. Like, I'm not gonna. We're not dwelling on this argument. Let's move forward. Cool, man. Got Chappelle ticket Sunday. Let's go. Done. Argument.
So, see,
Yeah,
he does it all the time,
I'll
bro.
lead up on the next man. You know?
Bro, I tried to get distance so he can't catch you with
Yeah,
the spud,
man,
but Spurs his arms are long,
Yeah,
man.
bro. You have to,
If you
man.
clip that up, that'll look like man just supported
I
the
like-
whole thing, innit?
Fam, he's been doing it for years, fam. He's been doing it for years.
Trust me.
You know what?
The worst one's that one. I can't leave him hanging. I'm like, the
Yeah,
fuck,
man,
like, you can't
leave
do
man
that to
hanging,
me.
bro. But no, in other senses, what else has man learned from relationship? Because I was in quite a long-term relationship.
No, one of the things I learned the most is that the dating and relationship market is not the same as the housing market. And that
No,
sounds-
yeah. Explain that one.
That sounds mad. Yeah?
Sound like you're getting in trouble with the girls now.
So like you see with the housing market,
Yeah.
some people will go out and purposefully try and find a broke down house because they know if they do it up,
Pretend, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It rises the
Nah.
value.
it
knew
rises
it couldn't
the
be
value.
squeaky
There's
clean.
potential
Yeah, there's
in
potential
it, right?
in it.
And certain people will be in relationships based on the potential of that woman or potential of that man.
Mm.
Yeah, like to me, accept people for who they are. Like when you meet a woman, yeah, it's not your job to make her something better or the woman's job to make you a better man. Like there needs to be, all right, you know what, I accept you for who you are. We can give each other TLC. So for example, a house, yeah, we find a house, let's paint it up, let's decorate it, but we're not changing the house itself. We're not turning it from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
We're not knocking down walls. I think that's the same. When you meet someone, you can give that person love and attention, but it's not your job to change them. I need you to be like this. I need you to be like that. Whereas before, I would meet women and based off of, you know what, but she's got so much potential. If she would just do this, if she would just fix this up, if she would just do that.
But saying that, could there be potential? Like, if you do see a potential, I'm not saying
There could be,
make
but
her
it's
change
not.
it,
It's
but-
not for me to change that.
But you don't have to change it. You can guide her in a certain way. So let's say if you see a potential and you can just give advice, say, listen, I
But that's
think...
changing.
You're changing it, yeah.
No, but it's not changing her
It's
because...
is.
you wanting, it's
You're
you
moulding
wanting
her.
something for
Yeah,
her
you're-
that she doesn't
you're
want for
trying to
herself.
manipulate
Yeah,
the
but she
change.
might want it for herself, but she might not be able to see the potential that
Right.
she has for herself. Like, as in, what
That's
I'm
changing
saying,
her
no,
still.
but it's not changing because if, like, I don't want because I will say things and it's going to refer to
how
my
long-
ex.
all right,
So what
but-
I'm saying is like, if I know you can be, my ex used to do this, like, I know she can be up there in the company.
Yeah,
She will say to me, no, because this person's here, and I can't rip.
yeah.
But they got you doing everything, and you're doing actually all of these people's work. Apply for that role and see where it will take you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but as long as that doesn't affect your relationship. What I mean by that, yeah, is certain man, like the way the woman is, they couldn't be with her long term if she stayed like that. They need her to change.
Oh no, I'm not saying.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. But certain man, it's like, nah, she needs to fix up. Like the house is always a mess, or this is going on, or that's going on, and like you want and need her to change certain things. Those are the things you needed to accept from the get go. If they change, it's a bonus. If you can't accept it, you shouldn't be with that person from the get go. We shouldn't be with people on the basis that, oh, you know what, like I can get her to probably fix this up or fix that up.
Yeah,
because
of course.
we're investing. Like think of it. I like analogies, yeah. So bear with me, but think about it like the stock market. Yeah. Every man here, like you have $2,000. I give you $2,000, and you invest in crypto. Yeah. Say that crypto. Now you've got a relationship with that crypto. Yeah. So every man has bought crypto, $2,000 into a crypto coin. They got a relationship with it. Same as if you have a relationship with a woman. Yeah.
Yes.
Now that crypto drops to 1,000. Yeah. You've lost whatever.
Man stuck
You've been
until we
in
get
that
back.
coin. You've been in that coin, in that relationship for 2 years now. But you're thinking to yourself, you know what? It's been 2 years. It's gonna come back.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back. So same thing. You're with your woman, and you're like, I'm not happy, but we've had 2 years together. We can fix this. We can fix this. You can either at this point, yeah, keep pushing and know that coin could drop all the way down to 100. You can invest more into that relationship, and sometimes we have to accept how the thing is. Like this isn't working. I'm not compatible with this person. I don't want to invest too much more time into this relationship because it's not what I want.
So what's the
I
required
don't know,
amount
man. I
of time?
can't agree with the
So one
crypto
second.
analogy because I'm involved in crypto, and at some point, if you invest in the right coin, you know it's going to come back.
But there's
that's
also the thing. There's also the thing
You could
of
be
how
waiting.
and you
there's
shouldn't
certain
take
coins.
losses. And you shouldn't take losses.
You shouldn't invest money that you can't afford to lose.
Exactly.
And that's the same with your time.
So basically,
Don't invest your time
yeah.
as you get older. Think of it this way, yeah? Think of it this way. When every man was 20,
Yeah.
if I said to you 5 years, you're going to be like, oh, minor. Yeah, once you get into your mid-30s, like, and you're thinking, right, 5 years, man's 40.
Yeah, man's here.
I can't be doing this. Like, the time, 5 years to you later in life is a lot
Yeah.
more precious than 5 years
100%.
to you in
Yeah,
your
when you're
20s.
100%.
And that's why it's like how you're investing your time is just as important as how you invest in your money, if not more important.
So basically, you're saying if a girl looks like a bando, she's a bando. Don't try and renovate.
Those aren't my words.
No, I'm just saying, no, we use
No,
the
but
analogy.
in a real thing, like on the sense of like, if I'm dating a girl, I want to actually get to know the girl. Like,
Yes.
get to know certain things. Back in the day, all man cared about was, do you like Kevin Hart? What's your favorite film? Like,
Yeah,
what kind of
yeah,
music
yeah,
do you
yeah,
like?
yeah, yeah.
And then man will be like,
See,
yeah,
look
she's
up
the one, you know.
yeah.
She's the one, you know. She like so solid. I like so solid. Like,
Man play FIFA with
yeah,
her one
like she
time.
can play FIFA as well. But now it's like, well, that ain't gonna get me nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, what, both of us like just sitting playing FIFA, but the yard's a mess.
Yeah.
No one's got money,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
yard's like we're playing.
Yeah, it gets
I got
techie.
I got married off potential.
Mm.
It didn't last long, but that was the thing because it's mad because she's going like a bitch to everyone. Oh, she knows anyway. Yeah, she's going like a bitch to everyone.
Yeah.
But then it's like, then I was with her, and then I saw the other side of her. So to me, it was like this was all a front because she was vulnerable. And when I saw that vulnerable side, that's what kind of made man love her. But really, you have to take people for what they are.
It's true.
So
And
it
you've
was
got
like,
to say
yeah.
to yourself, if so many people are saying the same thing, is there some sort of ounce of truth in that? Because sometimes like 10 people are saying something about your girl, yeah? And you're like, nah, but I know my girl.
Yeah.
I know her. And it's like, you have to at some point think, you know what, if so many people are saying the same thing, could there be, but we're blinded sometimes.
Yeah.
What about
Of course
you know
you're blinded,
ego?
because
You know
you're in-
ego comes into. Remember we used to talk about that when man used to be dumb. That man will say, "Well, what your girl do? That could never be my girl." Yeah, that attitude probably is your girl. That ego that's saying,
it's sometimes not even the ego though. Like I hear what you're saying. It's like sometimes when you're inside something, let's say for example, you're with your gal or whatever, but you're seeing that vulnerable side where nobody else is seeing. So to you, you're seeing a different side to what everyone else is seeing.
Yeah.
But people see from the outside, people have no emotion or attachment to this thing.
Yeah.
So they're telling you exactly how it is.
yeah,
But to you, you're like, you're not focusing because you know this side as well.
Yeah,
But you know what they're saying is true.
yeah.
But because you've seen this little piece of it, you're,
Yeah.
you're
But it's a little,
attaching to that
but it's
bit.
the little piece.
Yes, that you're
Where
attaching
The
to.
piece
Where-
that's not affecting your ego.
Yeah.
But Rome, it should be the other way around. Like you're great, everyone can see your greatness, but you got this part of you. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But hers was the
100%.
reverse. Like
No,
100%
that,
And
we
the
got-
that makes
the
sense.
sex was good, innit?
And that as well.
Before we got married.
What? What you said?
But
It
this
just
is
went
what-
downhill after. What's wrong?
You know what?
why
This
is
is
he
what I
doing
say
that
to
for-
man.
that for-
You
This
know,
is
I've told you, fam. You know, fam.
This
I've
is what
told
I
you.
say to man all the time, yeah? The action is the distraction. Yeah?
Gee, that's our boy. You know?
When we're
That might
when
be
we're
the
having
episode
that,
name.
the action of sex, yeah, can distract us from everything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why it's like sometimes, like I said, like you don't get along with her. She's jarring, like, or he's so disrespectful. He's put you through all of this, but yet the sex is so good that it distracts you from all of that, and you think, you know what, it's calm.
But some man know that.
Yeah,
They
you
know
have
they're
an
a piece of
argument
shit.
and then you're
Hey,
just-
but he's gonna phone the that. Yeah, you know I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna phone you at 3. You're gonna moan, but you know I'm still coming to you.
And then
It's not good for him though. It's not good for him because he's just gonna carry on life like that.
But this
He's
is
like,
why
yeah,
I say
yeah.
to people, this is why I liked what we did earlier, yeah, when I said to you, what have you learned about yourself? Yeah? Because the amount of friends I've got that have come out of bare relationships and it's always the woman's fault. Oh, you know what? Yeah, she was like this. And I'm like, bro, you know, your last 3 girls, you've had the same thing to say about all of them.
Yeah.
At what point, like, look at it this way, yeah?
Common denominator.
If you was in this room, every man's in this room right now, and we smell something, yeah? And you're like, you're thinking it's the next man, yeah? Then you're in your car, right, man can still smell it. You get home, right, man can still smell it. At some point,
You need
you have to check yourself.
Check yourself.
You have to, at some
Yeah.
point, you have to say, where is it me?
Yeah.
That's some man are deluded though. Smokes are sitting too close to me, you know. That stanks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Man was overly spongy,
Yeah,
man. He's
yeah,
giving
yeah.
man the hunger.
And now I can't shake it off.
It's on mine's clothes.
Brother,
and-
it's you, brother. It's you. It's you.
Yeah.
It's not mine. It's you.
But that's the thing, like, it's accountability, it's realizing, rare, you know what? Like, I need to fix up myself.
No, no, you're right in that because there is parts that I feel like I know where I fucked up in my relationship. I know I fucked up. I could admit that I fucked up my relationship. It's mad.
And that can be a hard pill to swallow, you know.
It is.
Like, when you know if it was a good woman as well, and you're like, you know what,
Yeah,
man,
she was definitely.
messed
She was
it.
a good woman. I fucked up the relationship and turned her a certain way, and then I even though I ended up still busting out, I still caused the dynamics of the fuck up in that relationship. You get what I'm saying? Because of the way I am. I'm not a saint, man. You get what I'm saying? I was bad, but and a lot of it was me being honest as well to her. So me being honest and telling her situations that I'd done, like for example, man went away, and I come back and I told her, man's draw this girl, rare, man's feeling her. Yeah,
Wait, this is the mother of your child as
yeah.
well.
Like I've told her that, but
I just need to avoid any spuds.
No, but I've
innit?
told her in a way.
I'm molding him with the chair.
No, but I've told her in a way where, if I'm honest, maybe it come out wrong, it didn't come out the right way, but I needed some kind of, I didn't want to go there, but I wanted some kind of, I was being open because I wanted this to work and be supportive. Do you get what I'm saying? I wanted her to.
Was some of it to do with you though, in the sense of you wanted to let her know because you wanted that off you?
Yeah, no, not just off me in that sense. I wanted her to know so we can fix things and move forward because I didn't want to really be in that situation. It's something that I'd done. I wasn't happy with what I'd done.
I'm bringing it to the table.
I'm bringing it
Let's
to the table.
tidy this up now.
Yes,
So we
basically.
can
So you needed it off you.
Basically.
You needed it off you because she
Yeah, but
didn't know.
not just put it off me to pull it on her. Like I don't not.
You wanted it
offload.
off you because you wanted the relationship to work.
Yeah.
But you knew you couldn't go forward with all of this
Yeah.
on your back.
And that kind of mashed up the dynamics. In the
Yeah,
sense
because
of
it's a
it
risk
changed
at that point.
Yeah,
Like, it's respectable the fact that like what you done in it, but the fact that you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna bring it to the table and let her know, rather than her finding out through a madness.
yeah,
But obviously, once you release information out your mouth, it's down to the other person how they perceive it.
basically, yeah. We still continued, but it wasn't this. You get what I'm saying? But obviously, man, no, I can take account. And to be fair, I'm not gonna act like I was good. I was bad, man. I was bad, man.
What do you man think? Like, obviously, my page is about co-parenting, yeah. Like, from what you man see and know, what do you think are like the main difficulties like people face in that kind of
In
field?
co-parenting,
Yeah,
I
like
think-
from what you know of your boys or your own situation.
I think people find it hard. I think one of the hardest is finding their woman moving on to somebody or their ex moving on to another man. And yeah, I think they find that the hardest, if I'm honest. Like, not even necessarily like man will behind the excuse of, I don't want no man next to my son or child and rare. But reality is they're thinking about their gal getting clotted out and how she was moving and all of these things, and next man doing that is banning them. And that might take a man a very long time for a woman to be taken. Like, especially if you lose a good woman, and you know what she can, not just forget just the sex part, but the
Yeah,
sex
yeah.
could be part of it. Like the sex is banging, she can cook, she can guide you, she's organized. Like all of these things as a collective. When you lose a woman like that, a man can think like, rah, she's with someone else doing that, and I don't have that no more. And then, will I ever find that again? Rare.
You know what's mad though?
You get what I'm saying?
I agree with the stuff you said, yeah, but none of that has anything to do with the kid as well.
Exactly.
That's
That's why I said men will say, I don't want around my child.
They disguise it as that.
All right. Because it's not really that. It's majority got to do with the woman.
Co-parenting works when there's no that feeling's not there between the two. Yeah,
feelings are gone.
Yeah, it's just about the child. If someone's still got feelings, it's always going to get peaked because it will get techie at some point.
Basically, that's what I feel.
Like you could be, if that, what I'm saying is, the man's got a new woman, the woman's got a new man, or whatever. But we're past that. There's no sexual tension. There's no like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in your bed. There's none of that. You get what I'm saying? If man's that tired, there's the sofa. You're upstairs. You get what I'm saying? If it's that, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's not that, if someone still likes someone, it's gonna be techie still.
Do you find that that's what men come to majority, or women?
A lot of it, like you'll find that once a third person's come into the mix, it changes the whole
thing,
dynamic. Because in reality, people were acting. So the dad's being a certain way in the hope that he can get the mum back, or the mum's being a certain way in the hope. And then when you realize where one of them's moved on, the act stops.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, bun this. And
you see the change, come and get your damn child.
What about in terms of like the teachings? Because you're gonna have your own method on how you're gonna raise your child, and then the mum's gonna have this. Ain't it gonna be like a conflict kind of thing?
But this is why, just because
especially if you don't chat to one another, or
you got to think of it this way: just because you are no longer together, if you planned your child, it's different, because you should understand how you both want your child to be raised anyway. But even as parents, you should have that conversation. You should be, if you're having a child with someone, there should be a discussion on how are we raising our child. Do you know what I mean? Not how are you raising the child.
No, it's very true, because it's even happened to me. I've realized I'm an old school kind of parent. That's how I do it. But she's not. She's modern, so it's a clash. Because I'm like, not really. That's what child. You got no life experience. You're not really making decisions in this. You can't. What do you know to make a decision?
Yeah.
Well, you're reasoning. I said, I'm not reasoning with a 3-year-old.
No,
you can't even form the whole sentence.
Yeah.
So I ain't reasoning with you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the modern teaching, you go down to their level, you speak to them. Talk about what? You're free. I don't like you. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're having a proper conversation.
But you know what? I agree with you to a certain extent, but I agree with some points of the modern thing. Because if a child doesn't like something, I always put myself back to when I was young. If I didn't like a certain food, I haven't liked that food since I was 3.
And
I don't like it now.
Vegetables.
No.
It's good for you.
Yeah, but
you said I don't like it.
But hear what I'm saying? There's certain vegetables.
The crust on the bread.
Yeah, but you're going to force feed that. Whereas
there's nothing wrong with the crust on the bread.
No. But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that, because you can give veg and that and find what veg they like. Me, I've never been a man to like peas. From a youth, I don't like peas, fam. Put peas in front of me now, I still won't eat peas, but I like vegetables. I like broccoli, I like carrot. I will eat a carrot all day long, fresh out of the fridge. So I'm saying you have to sometimes find what the child likes, because sometimes children, as you know, when they don't like something.
No, but what I'm saying is there's veg in it, and your youth doesn't eat veg. Okay, so let me give the example.
Yeah.
The young one,
Yeah.
He didn't eat no veg. None of them. I'm like, what kind of thing? Mum's like, I'll blend it. I said, he's 8. What do you mean blend it? So you can't eat the veg.
Yeah, but you have to find the root though.
Yeah, but you see me, eat the veg.
No. I feel like
They're steaming it, blending it, making it into like a paste. Eat the veg. All the goodness is out now.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
But it vexes me because I'm like, what are we doing here? But that's my style.
Yeah.
So he must have been thinking. He said, "This guy's an asshole,
yeah.
you know."
And
He's eating this big piece of stiff broccoli.
You know, the thing is though, there's nothing wrong in co-parenting anyway. There's nothing wrong with the households being different, as long as the households are consistent. Because as a child, you want to know, when I go to dad's, it's like this.
Yeah.
When I go to mum's, it's like
It's
this.
like this, yeah.
Where the difficulty comes in is if dad isn't consistent. I don't know when I'm seeing my dad. I don't know what I'm eating at dad's. I don't know how things are at dad's. They don't know what to expect.
But what if you've got one of them smart kids though that play against? Yeah, but my dad lets me stay up until 9 o'clock.
But this is why.
And then the mum puts
But that's the co-parenting thing.
This is a co-parenting. You got to think of it this way, yeah.
That means you're not communicating.
As co-parents, yeah. To me, people might not agree with this. You're a team.
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a team. And if you look at some of the most successful, if we're talking about football, some of the most successful teams in the world, what makes them successful is their ability to adapt. Yeah. A player gets sent off, they can still adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change
Players
the
get injured,
formation,
they
yeah.
can adapt. 3-0 down, they can adapt. Not one player is greater than the team.
Yeah, facts.
But in co-parenting, nah, it's my way. The dad's thinking it's his way. Like, not realizing your goal has to be the same. So everyone in Man City understands our goal is to win. I don't care if I look good, the next man don't care if he looks good, because as long as the team's winning, your goal within co-parenting is to raise this child the best way possible, yeah? So it shouldn't matter if it means you as the dad taking a hit or you as the mum taking a hit. If it's for the benefit of the child, it's a win, yeah? If I have to get sent off in order to stop the other team from scoring so that us man can win, I'll take that hit. Yeah? Because I understand the goal is for us to win.
Technology 6.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold
Yeah?
still.
People need to understand that the dad and the mum, not one of you is greater than the team. Yeah? So let's just switch off from that and let's just have the same vision, which is the kid. Whatever we're going through, let's come back to that vision.
So
We
is
need
that
to
the
win
modern
this.
way now?
So,
Because
okay.
if you look back in the day, most men are going to be like a Wes, head of the house. What goes in this house? How I say it goes.
No, see, you tried to rub me out there.
No, so what?
Now you just tried to rub me out. I mean, one comment about veg. Man coming in that come some Hitler team.
He fucked you up still.
All man said was eat the veg.
Yeah.
That's all man said was eat the veg, and it got
He's
turned to
like,
that.
last up about 7. Someone go to the fuse
No, you know
box.
what it is. You know why I was saying that? Because in my head, that while you was talking, I was just recently listening to a new podcast that 50 Cent dropped, the Twins.
Oh, okay.
That was doing for El Chapo. And the beginning episode, they were talking about their dad going to jail. I think they were in the belly when he went to jail. So he went to jail for 7 years. When they said everything was all right up until their 7 years or whatever with their mum, blah, blah, blah. The brother was doing drugs, but he was working for the other side and all of these things. But when the dads come out, instant, he dashed the brother out because he was on the opposite side. Like, he put rules and structure in this. Like, yo, you lot have been getting raised by a woman. You lot got feminine traits. You need to do this, do that, take out the bin. He put like structure in the household. And then they said from that moment, their whole life changed forever. Like, they didn't like it how it was like that because their dad just come out of nowhere. They they didn't know who their dad was like that. They said they went on visits.
He's a man that come in.
Yeah,
He's just a man that come in and say, yo.
They went on visits, so they knew who their dad was, but they didn't have that dynamic of when he's coming in the yard. As soon as he's come in the yard, he's changed everything. Because he didn't believe it, the way that they were being brought up was the way they should be being brought up. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm saying to say, with the new era and the modern way, there does need to be both sides. Like, the woman does need to have her say in certain things and the man has to have his say. There can't be a household where now, or a co-parenting situation where the man has all the authority. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How it goes.
I agree. And like I said,
What if they're not your kids?
Now this is a
Blended house, blended house.
blended family, raising someone else's kids.
Yeah.
What's your, being with women that have kids, what's your view? Are you like, is that calm to you or are you avoiding that?
Before I got married, I said I'd never do it. Then I got married, had my trauma that I didn't realise that I had because I'm big Wes in it. Nothing really affects me. I ended up having a child. We were going to have 3 kids. And then I've got another child with a woman that's got 2 kids.
And now he's got a blended family.
Yeah.
So what, you're with,
Yeah, a woman that's got 2 children.
okay,
Boys.
one baby dad.
1 baby dad.
You know what's interesting? Yeah, I put
Pussy.
something. I put something.
What's going on there,
Man, I'm ignoring that.
No, you know
Christ,
why?
I'm not involved,
Because you know my thing, Smokes.
Yeah, I'm not involved.
You're a man, you have to step up.
Okay.
Don't let no man step up for you, then you want to play. Because one thing I never
No,
do...
no. If he's talking like that, no, sorry, yeah.
Well, man want to step up because you're stepping up.
Listen.
There we go.
Where's the different breed? If he's buying his son crepe, everyone's getting crepe. Boy. Yeah.
No, you know what? ratings. Because I genuinely think, if you are chatting to a woman that has kids, your intention has to be, I'm willing to take on your kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we was. Remember that? Sorry to cut you. Remember that situation with the man with the McDonald's?
Yeah.
Patted up everything.
But
he's not with her.
The worst thing about him is when he was in there, he was buying five meals. I'm not in there. I'm getting one Happy Meal for my eat now.
Yeah.
You believe that? You should do that.
If you're not with the woman.
So you was buying them all food.
So I was doing this.
You stepped in. You was there before.
You need to continue to do it.
Brother, you're still coming around the yard.
No, but he was outside.
Sorry, I have to say this. Sorry. They're children.
Oh, wait. I didn't know the ins and outs. So to me...
I was thinking that.
No. What I'm saying is all I knew, because all I ever saw was this man bought McDonald's for his youth. And there was other youths that he said, they're not mine, I'm taking care of mine. If he was living with them, then I don't like the fact that the kids are expecting a certain way of you being. And now you're changing. So it looks like almost like the kids have done something wrong, isn't it?
Right. So one of them kids gonna be like this. Motherfucker, when I grow up, I'm gonna kick his ass. No, because they must be hurt. You were playing daddy to us before.
So
now you broke up with a mum.
I don't continue to buy everyone McDonald's until they're all 18.
Wait 1 second.
Bro,
but if he leaves the yard, wait 1 second. No, I don't.
You're too old for McDonald's.
If he leaves the yard, let's say he ain't got. I'm on the stance. He might not have the bread for that because now he has to pattern up his own rent. He's pattern his own food. I might not be able to afford all of these kids no more, fam, because I need to live a certain way.
You need to take your child out.
No, but I swear he did. He took.
He came to the door with a McDonald's, fam. He came with a one bag. This ain't a bucket meal in here. You know this is for one person.
He came with the one
bag. There's 6 people in here, and I got a Happy Meal.
Yeah, he came with the one bag.
Yeah, you can't bring. Yeah, you should have took the youth out.
Yeah, but that's what he said. But that's what he said. He wanted to bring the youth out.
That's what I'm saying. He said that he wanted to take the youth out, bro.
Stop. No, we're not gonna do that. Because if that was the case, I'm picking up my youth. We're going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
You pre-bought the food. Come to the yard.
Yeah, but what if he went to pick up the youth and then where you wanna go? Everyone want to roll now.
I'm taking my youth out. But you came there with my. No, it's not. You came there with my. Listen, wrongs. That's like me coming to the yard. There's bare youths, and I got the one suits. Where's my son? Yeah, forget you lot. I don't even chat to you lot no more. I'm not even mum.
Yeah, but even if you go and take your youth out and everyone's running to the door, they want to come as well. It's the same thing.
But you know what's mad?
I get what you're trying to say.
The woman,
I get what you're saying. They used to go in with you.
The woman asked him to get food.
No.
She didn't. No.
He come choose. It's a surprise.
Yeah. It's
kind of a bitch.
Right. You know what? Things like that, I'll be more mindful. So like, I'm not gonna, especially if I was once with that woman, I'm not gonna go around there like with the biggest toy and whatever. You know what? I'll have stuff at my yard.
So why should your youth suffer?
Wait, what? All right, so
my youth won't suffer. I'll just find a different way to do it.
All right. So what if he went to the yard with shopping and said, "Yo, cook for all the children"?
Or what if he
brought food?
But we have to remember. But we have to remember.
Corned beef and rice.
He's not.
Because he was saying, right? How come the people them ain't eating?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. How come them ain't eating at this time?
He's not their dad, but he came in and played daddy. This is my point. Do you understand? I don't forget the girl. These are little kids. They're innocent. You've come and showed them I'm having some responsibility for you. And now you're telling them, well, not really.
You know what I said?
Because it's naked.
It's like what I said earlier when I said, like, even if a woman tricked me into having a child, that to me, I couldn't have a child out there and be the dad because of my heart. Same thing with certain situations. I feel like it's your heart. Like, I wouldn't be able to do certain things because of how my heart is. Do you understand? Certain men are more cold-hearted where they're like, I don't care. But for me in that situation, I'd either buy food for all the kids or I'd have a setup where I'm bringing my kid. If it's like...
No, I've got to hit you with something. I've got to stop you right there. So she tricked you. She done you over. You're manning up saying, because like you said, I'm not going to let no you, because you went through it.
Yeah.
But she's got 4 kids. So now everything costs you times 5. Not only have you got a youth that you wasn't expecting to have and weren't really on having, now you got it, but now, like you said, you have to buy... That's crazy. I'm angry. I'm angry every day.
But can I tell you
I hate you, woman.
Like, I would never put myself in a situation.
Put your thing in a...
No, because what I'm saying is we said if we had sex and then a condom appeared and she was a magician and she done all this hocus pocus thing, But what I'm saying is like, for me, I'm at a stage in my life, where if I'm speaking to a woman that has 4 kids, I'm ready to take on those kids.
Yes.
Yeah. I can openly say I'm not ready to take on a woman and 4 kids.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
But
entertain that.
wait. Does that
in the
really
first
mean you're
place.
ready to take on?
Of course it is, bro.
I just want Clark though.
Nah, you can't. Bro, if you want Clark, you better make sure that the youth them are your youths as well. What do
So
you
what
mean?
if what if you go on dinner, whatever? She's like, yeah, what do you want from this? Like, she's like, listen, I don't lie to you. I'm just trying to, have fun, and I'm not really trying to. And she's like, alright, cool.
Yeah, and then you
start clarting now, and then she start developing
But then
feelings.
you have to ask yourself,
No, you started clarting.
where the 4 kids come from? Probably the same type of attitude you
Yeah.
You feel me though? Like, man, them come in taking on a date saying, I just want to clout baby number 1. A man, especially
and
if
then
she's
you're
got,
the 5th baby now.
Like, here's a question, yeah.
Got to raise all of
Like,
them.
you're okay to take on that your partner's got 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
1 baby dad. If she had 2 baby dads, would that have put you off?
If she would have had a baby dad that I know, it would have put me off. I'm being honest.
So the 2 that you don't know, it's not an issue for you. But if you knew one of them,
Yeah, because to me, that's weird, fam. Like, I'm
See,
chatting to man and I'm looking after your
But
youth.
do you care about the amount of baby fathers? So that 3 kids.
No. Do you know what? Yeah, because do you know what? And I've got to say this.
You
Yeah?
got-
It depends on the girl.
It's gone.
No. Right side.
oh, this is clipping.
On the right side.
Yes,
I haven't got to look in the mirror because you don't just fucking.
That's the right side.
Yeah.
That's the But yeah. Because you are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't see my face, isn't it? Girls can get ginnels as well, you know. Like, girls can get ginnels.
What do you mean? Of course, girls get you know.
Yeah, like, they meet a guy, he's on this, he tells everything, yeah, this is us, let's have a youth. Do you know what? I can see the future, boom, 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 boom. He's like, I'm not on it. Fucks her off. She's got to start again. She's there. The guy comes along, saying all this shit, and I'm not listening because I heard this shit before. Rare. No, he's on it, but he's genuinely on it. Boom, boom, boom. They get together. She's looking at that. He checks for her youth she's already got. They're doing this thing. They have a youth. Having a youth makes them break up. Now she's got 2 baby fathers. She's not a hoe or nothing.
It's just.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And then it's fucked. Because sometimes it happens and I've got 3 kids by 3 dads.
That's what I say.
That's why I say. But no.
That's why I say it depends on there was one girl in the ends that I would have took on all the kids.
You're an idiot.
Man said,
You're an idiot. Because he knows I know who it is.
Yes.
Like, she could have the more you she had, the pain she got.
Bro,
she was just.
I would have looked
like
after every one of them.
Yeah.
And that's the only
I'm going home. You just I'm looking after every one of them. I'm doing extra shifts, girl.
Does the relationship matter though? So that 2 baby fathers, do you care about the dynamic of that? Like, if single mum, 2 children, 2 different men, or even 1 man, but that baby father isn't around, she's quite restricted because of that. Because I know women out there that have got 1 kid, 1 baby father, 2 kids, 2 baby fathers, but there's no routine.
Yeah.
The dads don't really aren't around. She don't get no free time. So if I take on that relationship, I'm going to be restricted. Because if I just want to take her out,
we can't do it. But it's got to be a family setting. It's got to be a family setting then.
Yeah.
Because you ain't really. But you know
Depends
this.
how big the youth is.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's mad. But and then
the dynamics that you have to think about.
But you know what it is?
That's
Because coming out of mine, before man got into boom, I felt like...
But you do the same thing, you know. You done it earlier.
I got 3, so I was on a thing where...
Free your own, innit?
Yeah. I was on a thing where I didn't want another woman with kids. I mean, sorry, without kids.
Without kids?
Yes, because...
They want to breed up.
All right. So I was on a thing where
he knows he's firing top bins.
prefer to get a woman that already has kids, and then we'll try and do that maybe because she don't want kids. And then because I was in that space,
you can't all fit in the same car, then.
You can't. But I'm just in my head.
I'm not
no, you know them little things that I think about. Like,
yeah, that's real.
If I get with a woman that's got 2 kids,
I'm not
that's
real.
We can't drive
but
in the same car.
I was thinking on the term of if I get one with no, I have to have more, and I don't know if I want. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in that.
Man wants to retire.
You get what I'm saying, fam?
Yeah.
So I didn't mind. The woman with the kids wasn't really a problem to me because it's like, if she doesn't want kids and she already got kids, we both already got kids, then we could just. However, even if man have to buy a space cruiser, boy, man will get the space cruiser at least.
Well, we'll get Ray and go in the smokes his car. He's got the space.
Bro, because I don't know. Obviously, my mom now she ain't got no kids, so I'm kind of in a. You get me, but as long as things are patterned, I don't know. I know because I'm in two minds. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna be honest, fam. I'm still in a place. Well, I don't know why these two are doing this.
Because you know why? She's gonna watch it, and we're gonna be in it.
It don't matter.
Allow me.
Women say the same thing though. I'd rather date a man that has kids because I don't want no more.
Yeah, like man, I have them feelings.
But
sometimes.
you know the
I
thing
can't
is
lie.
though, even if you meet a woman, and she's like your everything, would you not want to kind of seal that with your own?
So this is where it comes down to, because when you meet a woman and she's certified,
so you're trying to secure the thing,
just to make it like,
yeah, but you're trying to secure it.
This is out.
Yeah,
like,
but you're mine now because you got my youth.
No, because I look at marriage. I'd rather marriage than a youth because I want to solidify it with marriage, not a youth. But what I'm saying is, there's still that kind of like, all right, you've got yours or I've got mine, but now we've got.
Because that could happen. Because you might see that you have your separates, but we still ain't got. I hear that as well. Saying. So it could happen in that way as well.
Because I'm your husband, but I'm not the father of your child. That man's the father of your child. Do you see what I'm saying? When you
the dynamics is mad, you know.
When you think of it like that, I'm your husband, but I'm not the father of your child.
Listen, girl are like that. You see, like I've known it. Even happened to me, like your first baby mother. No matter if she's not your girl, she's known. I'm the mother of you. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. No girl's got no matter what's happened, no girl's ever got my status, innit?
Yeah, the first one always feel like that, you know.
And then you have the second one, she's like, you motherfucker. Shit ain't the same no more. Father's Day present's kind of lame now. It's just a card written by my youth.
That's just a card written by my youth.
There's no baskets no more.
But the first baby always feels like they're the... Especially if you've had, both of you had the first child together, they feel like that's it, they're number one. It don't matter who comes after that.
I got a dilemma though.
Yeah, we've got a dilemma as well.
Oh, you got a dilemma?
You can do a dilemma, we'll do a dilemma as well.
Well, let me just ask a quick question before you look down, because I know these dilemmas sound a bit... So what's like a non-negotiable, like, in terms of like co-parent, like, your way is your way, like, I don't...
Non-negotiable?
Yeah.
Bro, like, you know what? I know this is going to sound like such a lame answer, but to me, as long as my child's... I don't care what happens in the other house. I genuinely don't care what's... If I know that my children are good, like, I don't care what they eat over there, as long as my child's good. I don't care what they like, I don't care. If it affects my child negatively, I'm getting involved. But if it's just something that I wouldn't do at mine...
Then do your thing, man, over there, man.
I need for example, I don't eat.
He's got a problem with it. He's gonna carry that over.
No, I'm not trying to get my clients to the limit. I'm just asking.
No, because like, for example, let's
because I've got a friend where like
local stickers, man.
No, because I've got a friend like he's going through it now with it. Like his child's learning certain things at school, and he's not on that. You get me? Like. But don't bring my child with that homework because he's not going to do it. Kind of.
This is why I say like your child has to your child will find comfort in the fact that they know what to expect when they go to their dads. They know because that is the cut. Children work best with routine. They work best with security and comfort. Yeah, if you provide that to your child, you're going to get the best out of them. The moment there's no routine, they don't know when they're seeing their dad. They're going to feel insecure. Yeah. So if my child's doing certain things at school that I don't agree with, you know what? You know how it works at dad's house. We can talk about it. We can do whatever. My role is to be the best I can be in my situation,
in my space,
in my environment.
Yeah, man's environment.
Yeah? It's not to be the best person I can be in their environment, because I can't. There's nothing. I've always said like when I was younger, I used to be like, "Oh, what's the mum doing? What's the mum doing? What's going on there?" And I realized that what she does doesn't affect the dad I am. What I do affects the dad I am.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So as long as you're doing your thing,
if I focus on her,
as long as you're doing your thing, the dress can run.
If I say to you, for example, look at that. Yeah, if I said to you, look at that, and tell me who's walking through the door, you wouldn't be able to do it because you're focused on the wrong thing. Yeah. If the child's over there, why are you focused on the mum?
True.
You can't do both. You can't be so focused on the mum. And focused on the child at the
when
same time.
I tell you, when I listen to you, I know you went through a madness, blood. I'm telling you. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like I can tell because you're calm now, bro. You're that.
It's seeing.
You can see
understanding.
that. I can see now. You think before you. You get what I'm saying? You think. You analyze it, take it in.
I was reactive before in my younger days. I was more reactive. Yeah. So I've always said like if I would text my child's mum and she wouldn't respond. And the whole purpose of when you're texting someone, there's like a blue box and a white box. So you got that back and forth, right? like you'd see 10 blue boxes. Man's having a conversation with himself, texting my baby mum, she's not responding, and then I'm getting vexed with myself. I'm arguing with myself because I'm reacting, with my emotion rather than. I always say, as men, we can react to our emotion or we can process our emotion. Yeah, it's okay to say, well, I'm vexed, I'm angry. Let me process that, calm myself down, and then act, rather than man's vexed, who's gonna get it, and you start going off.
I've only learned that now.
Let me ask you one question. Just, if you're, I don't know how long you lot, but let's say you lived in your kid's mum's house for a little while.
Yeah.
You lot got your yard together, and then you moved out a couple of years or whatever, and then I don't know. Let's say you're working certain shifts or whatever, but you might not be able to have the youths that week or whatever, but she wants you to stay at her yard to look after the youths, and then you go work in the morning and all that. What do you think about that?
No, not on it. Not on
it. It's a no.
Straight.
And the reason being, is it's giving my child a false image.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I done a video today about like counterfeit. Like you wouldn't wear fake Nike trainers, You wouldn't wear fake anything. So why are you in a fake relationship? Why are you faking a relationship?
He's wearing the fake Gucci now,
Yeah.
He posted it today.
No, but you see that fake Gucci, that was
it's fake Gucci, bro.
But I'm saying,
Gucci had a whole Gucci had a whole line of fake Gucci.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give off a perception to my child that this relationship is real when it's not. I don't want my child to get used to me staying at his mum's house. And I know the moment I get with someone else, that's going to change. Or the moment his mum gets with someone else, that's going to change. I always say with co-parenting, the best thing you can do is ensure that your relationship remains the same regardless of whether you get with someone or the child's mum gets with someone. If you know our relationship is how it is because I'm trying to get her back or whatever, then as soon as she gets with someone else, everything's going to change. It's going to collapse.
You know what? I'll be real, because this is what man's kind of going through now, because that's what I asked you, and I'm on this. No. Like, so you've been on, man, to... Obviously, because the way I work with my shifts is mad late, whatever. So when I'm on the earlies, I definitely go and pick up my youths every day. If I've got weekends off, my youths definitely come to mind, whatever. But there's times when might be working later shifts or whatever, and even over the weekend, like, she's been asked, man, to come and stay. No.
She wants you back.
No, she don't want me back.
No, to me.
No.
To me,
no, she don't want man back because she has someone, I have someone. We're both gone apart. So her thing is,
but she's cool with you staying in the yard.
I asked her the question, what does your man think? Like, no, it ain't no one. No, because she's probably gonna watch you. I know you're on there, so you're gonna.
Sorry.
What I'm saying is,
wait. Sorry.
But I know
you want man back.
She's been cussing me.
You want man back.
No, I've been getting cussed because I'm saying no. Like, oh, raw, you're selfish. This, that. But I'm saying I'm not coming to stay.
All jokes aside, I don't agree with you. I feel like I'm talking to her. I don't agree with him staying at your yard because it's giving your children a fake image, especially if you've got a partner. Your aim should be for the partner to eventually move in, not your baby dad to start moving in. Like,
you heard that? Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Rose, we done it at the same time.
He didn't clock what he said properly.
Don't listen.
He didn't clock what he said.
You see, you said something earlier on,
Rose,
that resonated to man, where man, this guy is dumb.
Rose, we heard.
He didn't expect him to say that.
But I don't mind. What you said earlier on about whatever happens in that house, I don't care, bro. This is what you lot don't. You lot can laugh all you want, but bro, whatever happens in that house, I don't give a shit.
No, but you have to.
No, I don't care.
No, you don't. No.
Listen, this is what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, other than that, but
then you have to care, bro.
No, but nothing's affecting you. So I'm saying, I don't care. Like, what? Listen, they've met the brother go. They've met, but it's calm. I've spoken to kids. I have no problem. They've met calm. No,
get me.
No, but that's how. For me,
no, you're not. You don't care about their situation, which is cool. But you have to care about the situation because your kids are in the situation.
No, obviously I care in that sense. But as I said, if it's a negative thing, then... But other than that, I don't give a shit. Whatever happens there, do your... But if you want to go with family cinema, do your thing, fam. You get what I'm saying? But the staying over thing for man right now, I've been saying no and getting bare backlash.
Ask yourself this.
And I've been feeling like shit. I'm not going to lie. Like, you don't want to stay with your...
It's emotional manipulation.
I can't have them at the time because... And my son's 15. I said, you know what? Tell my man come and he can go to school for mine something.
Yeah.
No, it's too far for him to travel. So then what do you want me to do? I don't understand.
I always say this, yeah. So, for example, when there are men out there, yeah, that won't see their youth and be like, oh, I've got to work or I've got to do this, but you can work around that. So it might be, for example, you know what, I'm going to give you my rota, yeah? So, or like, here's my rota for the next 6 months. I can have the kids here. Where a certain man will say, you know what, I'm not free because I've got to work. You've got to provide solutions.
100%.
Yeah? So like you said, you're providing solutions, but you know, it might not suit her way, right? You can't help the shifts that you're given. Or how you
and you know what it is? The dynamics for man changed a lot. I went through a situation at the beginning of the year. So for the last 6 years, I've been on earlies only. So my role was the evening thing, pick up those kids from school, chill there to whatever time, blah, blah. Then I got in a situation at work, we kind of lost my job, come back, got my job back, but then they put me on a rota. They said, you can't. The early thing, you no longer have that privilege. You're going on the rota.
Yeah.
Cool. So now I'm on that rota. It comes down to either when I'm on earlies. When I'm on earlies, I'm there every day, no problem.
Yeah.
Like last week on earlies, I pick up my daughter every day, cool. Or the little days I get off in the week, I'm there, pick up my daughter and I chill, boom, boom, boom. And then maybe I might go 2 weekends because it was meant to be every other weekend, but now I might go 2, maybe 3 weekends where I'm working 3 weekends in a row and I can't have them at mine. So she's on the thing where, well, then come stay. But I'm like, I don't feel comfortable.
I don't think that's the solution. I think the solution is having an understanding of each other. So, for example, there might be a weekend where like she needs you to have the kids and you're free to, but it might not fall on your normal weekend.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like, yeah, you know what, I'll do that. It's fine.
100%.
And there needs to be understanding on her side where it's like, you know what, I can't do this because I've got to work. All right, cool, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes we get so, no, you should be able to.
Yeah.
No, you should be able to. And we're not really understanding each other's situation.
No man's grind, you know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you're grinding and you're paying towards your children, I don't like to say paying towards your children, and you're seeing your children when you can, but you know what? The current setup means that your child's mum has to be a bit more understanding. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But the question would be, how would you feel if you was her man, if anyone was, and your girl turned to you and said, yeah, I'm asking my children's dad to stay over? What are you saying?
I asked this question. He said he was fine with it. And I kind of was like, as a man, I don't know if any man is going to be cool with the baby from coming to sleep at the yard.
How much you try to convince me?
Are you cool with that?
Bro, it don't make sense, bro. As men sitting here, man's not going to be cool with if I'm with my gal and she got a you and then says, the baby father's going to stay.
And you and your man right there
clarting
up the place.
If man not kick down door, what do you mean?
But why would you?
No, but this is why I said if I'm with a woman that has kids, yeah, if I meet a woman and she's got kids, I don't mind there being a father involved, yeah?
100%.
But I need to know there's boundaries between the mum and the dad. And for example, if I met a woman and she was like, yeah, my children's dad stays over, all right, cool, that's not for me. Because I'm not trying to change your dynamic.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm not trying to change that.
And I'm not trying to understand either.
I don't need to understand that. All I need to know is that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, simple.
So therefore, I'm bouncing. If I was to, because for example, if I said, oh, your baby dad stays over. All right, cool. We get together and then in 3 months' time, I'm talking about he can't stay over no more.
Yeah, it's mad, yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I took you on knowing that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because the feelings will get deeper later on and you're going to be thinking, right, my man's still staying over.
It's like you taking on a job and you're on 20K and then in 2 months, I need 25. You took this job knowing what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be asking for more. If you get more money, it's a bonus, but you need to be comfortable
Lucky you
with
keep
that.
your job.
Boom, so let's get in.
Go with your thing. Go with your thing.